Kabahagi mo
Radyo Pilipino.
saan mang bahagi ng Pilipinas, saan mang bahagi ng mundo, anumang uri ng pamumuhay. Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Radyo Pilipino. Sumasahimpapawid sa DWPR 1296 Dagupan, DZTC 828 Tarlac, DZLT 1188 Lucena, DZYN 1539 Mindoro, DWRL 1080 Legazpi, DWRN 657 Naga, DYRB 540 Cebu, DYRL 1035 Bacolod, DYRN 1134 Dumaguete, DXCO 1044 Cagayan de Oro, DXGS 765 General Santos, DXOC 1494 Ozamis, DXOW 981 Davao at Radio Filipino Podcast Center Manila. Ito ang kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino, napapakinggan on air and online sa buong mundo sa pamamagitan ng www.radiopilipino.com. Impormasyong may kalidad at serbisyong may halaga. Kasama, katuwang, kapinoy. Kabahagi mo Radyo Pilipino. Radyo Pilipino. Handa ka na bang pumasok sa mundo ng sports? Kung ready ka na, welcome sa headquarters ng Usapang Sports. Sports Minded. Saksihan ang inspiring, unfiltered moments kasama ang mga paborito mong athletes and sports legends at ang mga secrets to win mula mismo sa mga bigating coaches. Sports Minded. Uplifting stories. Breathtaking adventures. And real-life conversations on and off the court. This is your exclusive access to the celebrities of sports. This is Sports Minded. This is Sports Minded.
Hindi mahirap languyin ang tagumpay. Gaano man karami ang pagsubok na iyong pagdaanan, basta buo ang tiwala mo na kaya mo, siguradong makakamit mo. Another beautiful Saturday mga kabahagi and kawan, and welcome to Sports Minded. My name is Kathy G. Of course, isa na namang kahanga-hangang kwento ang ating maririnig dahil sa kanyang determinasyon na hindi sumuko at itinuloy ang kanyang pangarap. Makikilangoy po tayo at tatakbo tayo sa kanya sa pagharap sa mga pagsubok. But before that, bago ko sa inyo ipakilala ang ating guest for today, tayo po'y napapakinggan sa lahat po ng Radyo Pilipino and 1FM stations nationwide. Also, syempre sa ating streaming at www.1fm.ph or www.radiopilipino.com. You may also visit our Facebook page, Radyo Pilipino and 1FM. Also, you may text in at 0968-898-2503. Eto na. Tuloy-tuloy lang po tayo mga kabahagi at kawan. Let's get ready para sa ating One for the Books.
Here's One for the Books. One for the Books. One for the Books.
Ibibigay ko na ang hint sa inyo dahil ang ating guest ngayon ay dalawa ang kanyang sports. O, taray ha. Talagang sports-minded ito. Siya lang naman ay naglalaro sa larangan ng swimming at triathlon. Nako, mamaya makikichika tayo. Yan po ang ating One for the Books.
Here's One for the Books. One for the Books. One for the Books.
Kilala niyo ba si Simon Lessings? Siya lang naman ang may hawak ng triathlon world record na may oras lang naman na 1 hour, 39 minutes at 50 seconds. Grabe, shoes. Another one for the books.
Here's One for the Books. One for the Books. One for the Books.
Katulad ng mga ini-interview natin at mga atletang iba pa, 'di ba? Marami dito ay yung gusto natin yung pag-burn ng calories para tayo ay medyo sumeksi, balik-alindog, pumayat, ganyan at kung ano-ano pa. Alam nyo ba kung anong pinakamabisa dyan? Triathlon. Alam nyo ba na ang triathlon athletes ay nakakapag-burn ng 10,000 calories o higit pa tuwing nasa long distance race? Oh, 'di ba? Papakahirap pa kayo. Mag-triathlon na tayo. Another one for the books. And I'm back here sa Sports Minded. Ito na, mapapawaw lang kayo sa ating guest for today dahil ang kanya lang namang career highlights. Siya po ay triathlon coach. 2 times gold medalist in the 2015 and 2019 SEA Games, silver medalist in the 2017 SEA Games, 7 times gold medalist in swimming at the CHED 2010 National Games, broke 5 records in the UAAP swimming events representing University of the Philippines, Women's Elite Triathlete of the Year in the 2014 Swim Bike Run Awards, gold medalist in the 2015 ULA o ULA Tri United 1 Subic, bronze medalist in the 2014 New Taipei ASTC Triathlon Asian Cup. Parang puro ginto ang naririnig ko. Kaya naman, makitanong na tayo at makipagkwentuhan sa ating guest for today, professional Filipina triathlete and swimmer, Miss Maria Claire Adorna Castel. Hello, Miss Claire! Eto na, tanungin na natin, Miss Claire. Kamusta ba? Una-una, maraming salamat for sharing your time with us. Alam namin napaka-busy mo but still you find time for us. Salamat yan. Maraming salamat.
It's an honor.
Nako.
Okay naman sa akin yung mga gato. Hindi naman ako ganun ka-busy.
Okay.
Kahit kakapas lang ng class, kaya naman to.
Kaya pa. Carry pa. Maisisingit pa. Ayan.
Yes.
Miss Claire, tell us your story. Saan ka ba lumaki? Saan ba ang pamilya nyo? Kamusta ba ang
We're from Marikina.
Mhm.
Doon ako lumaki sa Marikina. We're from Marikina. Tapos I started swimming when I was 4.
Mhm.
Tapos I started competing when I was 7. Tapos yun na, tuloy-tuloy na.
I see.
Basically swimmer talaga ako. Pero my dad wanted me to be a lawn tennis player talaga.
Oo.
Oo, pero parang sa budget daw, hindi daw ganun yung budget namin. So parang, syempre swimming, it's a life skill also. So we started with swimming. Parang tinapon-tapon niya ako sa pool.
Oo.
Tapos from there, I started falling in love with the sport na.
Ayun. So, how many are you in the family?
We are 3.
3.
Ay, tatlo yung brother. I have 1 brother. I have 1 sister.
Mhm.
Tapos, so parang we're 5.
Oo. Oh. So, meron ba in the family na into swimming and talaga? Kaya you were able to ganyan din napunta ka dyan sa swimming?
Yung sister ko, siya talaga yung swimmer. Started swimming first, tapos ako naman yung sumunod. But then, parang she's more on the academic side. Tapos ako yung doon sa sport side. So parang ako yung mas tumagal doon sa sport.
Mm-mm.
Pero yung dad ko, he studied swimming for me talaga. Wala talagang swimmer sa amin. But then my dad wanted to coach me so bad that he studied the sport para mas magabayan niya ako, mas mag-guide niya ako through it.
Ayun. Para sa kaalaman na lahat, kasi syempre, di ba, you've mentioned kanina, Miss Claire, tinatapon-tapon. Is it true? Yung mga baby, di ba, ang sinasabi nila, itapon mo yan, lulutang naman yan, and they will swim on their own eh. Is it true ba?
Oo, kasi ngayon, right now, since I'm coaching na din, nakikita ko with babies na meron talaga silang, we have instinct of surviving. We have survival instincts na talaga.
Mm-mm.
Kaya once you throw the baby, parang ang number 1 instinct niya is to float.
Okay.
Nagkakaroon lang ng differences kasi yung ibang kids or mayroong mga kids na more scared.
Mhm.
Pero yun kasi nakukuha mo din with your environment eh. Kasi minsan, di ba, yung ibang parents natin sinasabi, malulunod ka or parang bibiglain kang itutulak.
Mhm. Yes.
So doon nagkakaroon ng iba-ibang development yung bata. But then all the babies have this survival instinct na kapag nilagay mo sila sa tubig, they're gonna float.
Oh, yun pala yun. So there's no
Yun,
certain age talaga na if you really wanna learn swimming, kahit ma-age ka na, basta willing ka, kayang-kaya.
Oo naman. Especially with swimming, though it's really a hard sport. But then, you can start, we usually suggest kapag mga babies, yung mag-start sila kapag once they're able to say yes and no na. Para they know how to respond with their coaches. Kasi kapag hindi pa nila alam yung yes or no, hindi natin na alam yung basic feelings na nararamdaman nila.
Okay, oo.
Pero kapag naman sa adults naman, there's no such thing as age limit, I think. Kasi hanggang ngayon, like, diba, mayroong mga documentaries na mga 80 plus na, 85 na, they're still swimming, 100, they're still swimming. It's more of muscle memory talaga.
Ako kasi I remember, hindi ko alam eh. Hindi ako marunong lumangoy. Parang takot na ako. I can swim, parang langoy aso lang ata alam ko. But I can swim. Pero
Kaya natin yan.
pag hindi ko na nakakapa, like for example, sa beach, 'di ba? Pag medyo malayo na at wala na akong nakakapa, meron ng fear. So, pwede namang i-develop 'yon na you will still learn.
Pwede.
Oo.
Oo.
As long as you know how to to swim, ganun ba? Kaya makakalangoy ka pa rin. Ayun, So ayan para doon sa mga gustong mag-swimming. At saka yun pa isa, kasi 'di ba, ang sabi nila, it's really good for the lungs lalo na. May mga ganun ba kayo Miss Claire na mga mga bata na merong mga sakit, may hina ang baga. Is it good talaga and also for asthma? Mga ganun daw.
Ako, according to my parents din, one of the reasons they entered me in swimming is because of I have asthma din.
Okay.
So, siya yung parang feeling ko, pati yung mga students ko ngayon, most of them, mga kids, mayroong mga asthma. So, they wanted to enroll them in swimming para nga mas lumakas yung baga. But then, it's really true. It's really true talaga. Mararamdaman mo yung paglakas ng lungs mo doon sa
pag-swim,
no? Sa swimming. Parang it's a very hard kind of cardio, but then mas less kang ma-injure sa sport na swimming because it doesn't have impact kasi nga nasa water ka.
Ayun. Siyempre as a coach,
yung maganda about it.
We're talking about swimming muna before natin puntahan yung triathlon. As a coach, paano nyo aalisin yung kasi siyempre 'di ba, like ako, yun nga, you mentioned kanina, may fear eh. Kung ano pwede sabihin, pwede ka malunod, 'di ba? Paano nyo inaalis yung fear nung bata, nung mga tao na gusto matuto pero takot?
Siguro we use the right amount, we use the right kind of word dun sa tao kasi yung iba ng reasons din eh. Katulad nung husband ko, my husband doesn't know how to float but he does know how to swim. Kasi parang when he was a kid daw, nalunod na siya. So yun yung parang traumatic point sa kanya. Pero right now he's starting swimming. He knows how to do a triathlon. He joins multi-sport races na din. So parang I guess you just have to change the mindset of the person.
Yeah.
And it depends on the person that you are talking to. Syempre kapag bata, mas different yung approach mo with them.
Yeah.
Na you have to give them reasons why you should do this, why it's not gonna make you drown because of this, because of that. And you give them the right tools para ma-figure out nila with themselves na, okay, nga, I'm not really gonna drown.
So it's more on motivation.
Yun, tapos parang you make it, pag kids, ang approach mo, you have to make it fun for them. And then pag adults, iba rin yung approach mo kasi itong mga to, hindi mo na maluloko parang ganon. So, you just have to approach them in a motivating way. Pero kailangan, lagyan mo rin ng bigyan mo sila ng reasons you have to show me na hindi talaga ako malulunod.
Siyempre, di ba? Para magtiwala sa'yo kasi baka mamaya.
To see is to believe pa rin. So you have to let them know na, tignan mo si coach. Coach is not drowning because ganito, ganyan.
Normal lang ba yun, coach, na una mong matutunan yung langoy aso?
Para feeling ko, sa lahat ng nakita ko. Ewan ko lang, hindi ko lang din masagot kasi hindi ko matandaan na I went through that stage. Pero sa lahat ng nakikilala ko, who doesn't have the background of swimming, who doesn't have a background in swimming, yun yung nakikita ko, parang langoy aso sila. So baka, for most of the people who doesn't enroll in swimming lessons, I guess, baka talagang langoy aso talaga nga yung nang nalalaman.
And I think this is the best time, lalo na magsa-summer na, no? Init-init, diba? So,
totoo.
Kailangan talagang ang tao ay merong sport kasi doon naiiba yung takbo ng lifestyle mo kapag meron kang sport. And speaking of sport, hindi lang swimming, Miss Claire, ang iyong pinagkakaabalahan. Triathlon na ito. So from swimmer ka, at the same time, triathlete ka pa. Paano ka muna napunta sa triathlon?
Alam mo, it's a funny story. Kapag nakakatawa talaga. Pero kasi, ang kwento niyan, my ex-boyfriend before was a triathlete.
Okay.
Tapos, I was swimmer. So, ang ginagawa ko lang basically is swimming. Doon naman ako, cross-training ako with running. Kasi syempre kapag varsity ka, mag-run kayo sa Akad Oval kasi I'm studying in UP eh. So pinapa-run kami before training. Tapos lagi kami nag-aaway ng ex-boyfriend ko kasi he was training 3 times a day. Tapos he was training 3 disciplines. So sabi ko, ano bang ginagawa mo? Nagsuswimming ka na, nagbabike ka pa, nag-run ka pa, pinapagod mo yung sarili mo. So parang he told me na, sige, para malaman mo yung nararamdaman ko, I'm gonna lend you a bike. So parang pinahiram niya ako ng bike. Tapos yung dad ko, he has a mountain bike. Tapos he loves to bike. He loves to ride. So sabi niya, sige anak, may bike ka na, mag-ride tayo. So, nag-ride kami. Meron pa akong there's one instance pa na nag-ride kami. Galit na galit ako sa dad ko kasi we did the whole Laguna Loop. Tapos naka-shorts lang ako. Kasi wala naman akong alam Wala akong alam na kailangan may sinusuot na jersey sa triathlon. Ganyan, pag nagbabike ka. Tapos sira pa yung shorts ko. Pero wala akong magawa that time kasi I was college during that time. I had no money. I had no load. And the only thing that I can remember, I was telling my dad, susumbong kita kay mami pag uwi. Kasi we started at 6 a.m. Alas 2 na ng hapon, wala pa kami. Diyos ko talaga.
Tapos dire-diretso yun, walang kain.
Meron naman mga stopover, pero talagang 120k daw yung binike namin that time. Tapos, I didn't realize na while I was doing those things, it really helped me with my swimming. So my peak in swimming was during my 3rd college and 4th year college. So those are the years where I broke a lot of records. Pero yun na rin yung time that I started running, I started biking. So parang ang laking help niya rin sa akin. Pero going back sa story kung paano ko napunta. So I was doing basically riding, running, and swimming at the same time. Sabi nung coach ko, my coach was a coach in triathlon also. He has a triathlon team also. He was a former triathlete. Tapos sabi niya sa dad ko, bakit hindi mo isali yung anak mo sa triathlon? Sabi niya gano'n. Sabi ng dad ko, ano ba yan? Yun na nga, yung swim bike run. Tapos tinanong namin kung magkano yung registration. Nagulat kami kasi around 5,000. Siyempre sa swimming, 700 lang. May 7 events ka na, unlimited pa.
So, masyado mahal.
So, parang, sabi nila, so kami. So, sige, sumali kami. Tapos, hiniram lahat. I borrowed my helmet from my coach, bike shoes, the bike was from my ex-boyfriend. Tri-suit ko, hiram lang din. Parang, kinuha ako ng team nila inampon ako ng team nila for that race. Tapos, the only thing that was mine was the goggles and rubber shoes. Kasi, madali lang yun, goggles. Meron ako, swimmer ako. So, rubber shoes, tumatakbo naman. So, tapos I entered my first race. And then after that first race, I was first in my age group. Tapos I was second to the fastest Filipina in the Philippines during that time. Tapos after that race, sabi nung coach nung my ex, a good friend of mine, let's say a good friend of mine na lang, sabi niya, sabihin mo kay Claire, the next time she joins, mag-enter na siya sa Filipino Elite. Kasi with the Filipino Elite, there's cash prize. So parang I got up with it kasi I wanted to help my parents. May cash prize. Parang 30,000. 30,000 ang cash prize doon So that was my second race. I joined that race and then I won first ulit. I won first Filipino Elite. Tapos, I raced with my coach back then.
Ayun.
She joined that race then. Coach Annie De Leon Brown. She joined that race daw because may nagsabi daw sa kanya during my first race na you have to see that Claire Adorna, sabi daw ganun sa kanya. She's a great swimmer. So she joined that second race of mine to really see me na makita niya ako talaga in person. So I raced with her. She was third that time and I was first. And then she asked me if I wanted to join Unilab. So 2013 was the year I started my first triathlon. Tapos history, tuloy-tuloy na.
The rest is history.
Oo, wala nang tigil.
Dahil pala yan kay ex, ha?
Oo, dahil yun doon sa bike na yun.
Oo, ang laking ano ni ex.
I love talaga ang girl. Oo.
Yeah. Miss Claire, di ba, you've mentioned, siyempre, from a swimmer, at the same time, triathlete. May advantage, of course. There's an advantage. And we want to know, ano yung advantage na yan? Pero you'll answer that. We'll just pause for a short break. Magbabalik ang sport. And we're back here sa Sports Minded. Ang ating pakikipagkwentuhan kay Miss Claire Adorna. Siyempre, nakakatuwa yung ating kwentuhan. Wala daw bang hugot? Yun nga, swimmer at the same time triathlete. I'm pretty sure there's an advantage. Ano yung mga advantages nito?
Pagdating sa swimming, feeling ko, yun na, kung mas nakakalakas ng cardio and lungs, yung swimming itself. Nung nag-start ako mag-triathlon, mas grabe yung edge na, yung lung capacity na nabigay sa akin nun. Kasi, including yung mga muscles na yung mga fast twitch muscles na nagising ko dun sa triathlon. Kasi, mas maraming muscles na akong na-activate simula na nag-triathlon ako. Kasi nga, nag-ride na ako, nag-run pa ako. Tapos, when it comes to triathlon naman, ang laking tulong kapag magaling kang swimmer.
Yes.
Lalo na when it comes to international races, most of the athletes there, ang background talaga is swimming. And if mahuli ka sa swimming talaga, ang hirap mag-catch up. Doon, isa pang fact na swimming is such one of the hardest sport. It is really hard to learn. Kumbaga, ang run kasi, matututunan mo siya kasi lumabas ka ng bahay, makakaran ka, di ba? Ride, madali lang din. Once you learn how to ride a bike, okay na, mag-bike ka lang. Ang daming places where you can ride a bike. But then pag swimming, if you stop training for even just a week, ang laking factor na nun sa performance mo. So, ang laking edge na swimming yung background ko and swimming yung forte ko when I started triathlon. Kasi, kapag nakakaiwan na ako ng minutes sa swimming, usually hindi na rin ako nakahabol with bike and running. Or kung mahabol man yung time ko during that time, enough na for me yung gap na nabigay ng swimming sa akin para makakross ng finish line tapos in podium. So, yun yung nakita kong malaking factor talaga. Ang laking factor kapag swimming ka. And ang daming, in our country, ilan lang yung fast swimmers eh. Kasi I think, it's also because there's only, ilan lang din yung mga swimmers who loves running. Ako naman, hindi ko rin naman masyadong gusto ang running. But then, sabi nga ng coach ko, you have to love all the discipline. So, ang tagal ko siyang niligawan. Niligawan ko siya for how many years.
Para matutunan
para magkasundo kami. Oo, talaga.
Did you ever think about learning yung diving dun sa ano?
Diving, hindi. Pero, oo nga, no. Diving, hindi ko masyadong naisip. Pero gusto ko nga maging ballerina eh. Alam mo, ballerina talaga gusto ko. Hindi naman swimming at triathlon talaga. Pero dito ako tinala ng Lord.
Ng tadana. Going back to triathlon. Ang triathlon kasi is an endurance multisport consisting of swimming, cycling, and running over various distances. Paano mo pinaghahandaan sila isa-isa? Of course, you're expert ka na sa swimming eh. So how do you, dun sa ibang running, like running and cycling, how do you prepare yourself?
One thing I learned with triathlon, it's not really an individual sport. So parang hindi mo siya pwedeng i-train ng swimming lang, ng biking lang, ng running lang.
Yeah.
Your program has to be connected all the time. Kasi hindi ka kailangan magaling. There should be a balance with all the disciplines. So kailangan hindi lang pwedeng isa yung palalakasin mo. Kailangan nakaka-keep up din yung dalawang discipline as much as possible. Kasi kahit anong lakas mo with one discipline, kapag yung dalawa mo naiiwan, mahahabol ka pa rin. So, I think the program should always come together. Kasi kailangan nagmamatch yung intervals na ginagawa mo with swimming. Kailangan nagmamatch with your training sa ride, with your training in running. Hindi pwede meron kang swim workout from a swimmer coach, tapos you do a ride workout, you do a cycling workout with a different coach again, with a cycling coach per se, and then a run workout with the running coach. So I think you should have one coach for that three disciplines para lang connected lagi yung program mo.
Yeah. Ano pinaka nakakapagod dun sa tatlo, Miss Claire?
Ako, for me, running talaga. Pero when I was older, parang nung tumatagal na ako sa triathlon, medyo natatakot na ako with swimming. Kasi I think yung pressure ng tao sa akin, pagdating sa swimming, mataas na. Yung hindi ka na pwedeng umangat sa tubig ng huli ka, alam mo yun. Kailangan, ikaw ang unang ulong lalabas sa dagat. Kung hindi, lagot ka. Parang ganun na yung feeling ko nung tumatagal na ako sa sport. Kasi nga, lagi, alam nila talaga na ang forte ko is swimming. But then, I'm really scared for me, nakakapagod ang running talaga. Kasi nga, mas prone ako sa injury when I started running. Kasi sa sobrang tagal ko nag-swimming, malambot daw yung ankles ko. Kaya nung 2015, di ba, nagkaroon ako ng surgery. So parang love and hate relationship talaga kami ng running.
Oh, yun nga I was about to ask, paano yung training? Kasi syempre, di ba, yun nga, swimmer ka. Paano yung training nyo bago sumapak sa competition, particularly international, representing our country, of course? Mahirap ba, Miss Claire?
Mahirap. But then, iba kasi yung fulfillment when you do it and then you bring your country's name eh. Ang sarap sa feeling. Yun, fulfilling sa akin yun.
How long yung training yun? How long?
How do I train? We use ang pinakamahirap lang siguro during our time as national athletes was yung mga sacrifices that you do on a daily basis, like especially yung mga training camps, kasi you have to be away for so long. We used to have 3 months training camps sa ibang bansa, and with training camps, syempre, you don't know the coach.
Yes.
Merong mga coach na talagang hindi nila, yung parang sa kanila, for them, when you get there to that camp, kailangan you're fit to perform. So, pag may sakit ka, pag babagal-bagal ka, hindi na nila problema yon. So, yun yung mga yun yung mga struggle ko when I was a national athlete. Doon ako hirap na hirap. So, isa rin sa natutunan ko, you have to find your coach that will work for you. Kasi not all coaches will work for you eh.
Yes.
Parang meron ka talagang makaka-drive mo, meron ka talagang kasalungat mo, kasi iba kayo ng visions, iba kayo ng goal. And hindi yun kasalanan ng kahit na sino sa inyo. It's just that iba lang talaga kayo ng paniniwala. Kaya I also learned that na you have to find a coach that will work for you, someone that you will trust.
Magiging drive kayo,
your
no?
journey. Oo.
Yes.
Kasi kapag hindi ka rin naniniwala doon sa coach na kinuha mo, it's not gonna work. It's always a two-way tango. Parang
exactly.
Hindi ka, kahit sabihin mong sobrang galing ng coach mo, kahit Olympian coach pa yan, pero kung hindi mo gusto hindi mo pinaniniwalaan yung sinasabi niya, wala, hindi kayo mag-grow together.
And the same thing, kung ikaw din, hindi ka rin pinapakinggan ni coach dun sa mga, suggestion
exactly,
mo, sa mga hinaing mo,
diba?
wala rin mangyayari. Kasi ikaw din, hindi ka rin magiging motivated, right?
Oo. Kaya yun yung mga yun yung mga struggles ko talaga. Pero plus, syempre, yung everyday training mo,
yun nga, yung
alam
training,
mo naman,
gaano katagal yun? Miss Claire, I mean, do you train Monday to Sunday? Meron bang free time?
Oo, Monday to Sunday talaga. Ang wala kaming whole day rest eh. Kapag nagka-whole day rest kami, we're very blessed na. We're very happy.
Ang hirap din
Pero
pala.
usually, we have active rest. So that's half day where you get to rest, and then another half day where you get to train pa.
Wow. And also, you have to watch for your diet. Kamusta yung diet? Is it a normal diet lang ba? Or talagang merong very strict ang diet nyo? Dahil syempre, swimming.
Very, very strict ang diet. Especially when you're in a camp where they have yung magagandang technology. Talaga, mas ahead sila. Merong mga camps na syempre ahead na rin sa atin. Kaya rin tayo magtangkap to experience those things. Minsan, kinukuha nila yung mga usually they get our BMI, tapos they count our visceral fat.
So, lahat.
Tapos,
May cheat day din ba? May cheat day din ba, Miss Claire? May cheat day ba kayo?
Cheat day, ikaw na bahala sa cheat day mo. Mag-grocery ka, tapos magdala ka na ng cookie sa loob ng kwarto, kain ka na doon. Yun na ang cheat day mo. Pero, huwag ka nang kumain sa harap ng coaches at baka ano pang mangyari sa'yo, di ba?
Okay.
Pero kami, alam mo, ang ginagawa ko noon, ang pinaka-cheat day ko, pag di ko na kaya,
Oo.
tinatago namin yung kanin sa lettuce. So, kailangan may lettuce sa ibabaw.
para hindi
Kanin
halata.
ka sa ilalim. Oo, talaga. Kasi dumadaan-daan si coach eh.
Oh, so talagang very strict siya. Tinicheck niya pati food.
Oo, very strict talaga. Pero maiintindihan mo eh. During those times, I don't have any questions naman. Parang I just believe in the process of the coach. Tapos, kasi sabi ko nga, hindi ka naman siguro maa-appoint as coach and you wouldn't be there at di ka paniniwalaan ng mga athletes na napagaling mo for no reason. So parang ako kahit mahirap, sige, I'll follow you whatever it takes. I'll follow you. I'll believe in you.
So speaking of Coach Claire, Ano naman yung naging advice sa'yo ni coach mo? What's the best advice that na nakuha mo from coach? From your coach?
Siguro the things that I learned from them is that ang dami kasi. They really inspired me to who I am right now. And I think naging maayos akong coach ngayon because of them. Kasi during my time, sabi ko nga, I didn't experience, parang ako ngayon with my team, with my crew, with my squad, I don't give programs na pare-parehas. Even if I had the choice to make one program for everybody, kasi mas makakaano ka mas less yung pagod mo when you give one program for everybody, di ba? But then I don't see it that way kasi for me, ang lagi ko sinasabi, during my time, I've experienced that my coaches are giving me a certain program that will fit for me. So I don't see any reason not to give a same program for everyone. Kasi nga, iba-iba kayo ng growth. Iba-iba ang growth ng students. Iba-iba ang strengths. Iba-iba ang weaknesses. There's one coach before who told me na, bigyan mo na lang ng isang program yan for everyone para mas makaless ka ng pagod. But then sabi ko nga, hindi sa sobrang passionate ko with the sport and even with the coaches I've been with, pinagtuunan nila ako ng pansin. Binigyan nila ako ng oras. So, ganun din yung gagawin ko sa mga estudyante ko. Nice. Kung ano yung kailangan nilang i-work, yun yung i-work namin. Kung hindi nila kakayanin yung certain program, i-adjust namin.
So, yun yung...
Para rin may growth.
Correct. Kasi syempre kung i-insist lang ng ini-insist si coach, walang, kumbaga, like you mentioned.
Ang ibibigay mo yung pang-elite na,
hindi naman kakayanin.
Iba-iba ang goals ng mga students mo. You can't insist na bigyan mo sila ng pang-SEA Games na workout kung ang gusto lang naman nila is to finish. So I always ask them then, before they enroll to me na, what is your goals? What are your goals for this season? Ano ba ang target natin? Gusto mo lang ba to finish? Gusto mo bang to improve your swim time, bike time, run time? Para parehas tayo ng vision.
Yes, exactly.
Vision, diba?
Coach ngayon, Miss Claire, ngayong coach ka na, paano mo tinitake yung pagkatalo? Kasi kanina, while mentioning yung mga achievements mo, puro gold Pero syempre, there were times na you're a coach. Paano mo tinitake yung pagkatalo? Anong ina-advise mo dun sa yung mga bata?
Ako, dun sa mga estudyante ko, sabi ko nga, minsan nakikita ko yung frustration nila because they wanted. I have some students na lagi nilang sinasabi sa akin, Coach, I would protect your name, parang I would train hard because ganun. So sabi ko sa kanila, you know what, I really appreciate that. But then, I don't want you to get scared of losing. Parang, don't think na you're gonna disappoint me just because you lose. Kasi, nung binuo ko nga yung 1%, kasi 1% ang pangalan ng squad namin Ang origination with that name, yung dun sa Atomic Habits, yung Atomic Habits, yung kay James Clear. Tapos nakalagay doon na sometimes kasi we focus on being 100% all the time. Na hindi natin napapansin. Na parang kapag once na natalo tayo in your life, pag natalo tayo, we get so disappointed na hindi na natin alam kung paano tayo babalik. But if you're just 1% better every day, every single day, pag pinagsama-sama mo yun in a year, sobrang laki na yan. Rather than being 100% for a day and being -1 for a day. Negative, di ba?
Yeah.
For the next day. So I'd rather be 1% better every single day and compound it in a year kaysa isang beses ka lang 100 and then you get what? Get 0 the next day.
Correct.
So I always tell them na I always celebrate your wins. Kahit hindi pa kayo nananalo, marami na akong sineselebrate sa inyo. Kasi parang sabi ko nga, before when I was in the national team, I'm so scared of losing. Kasi I feel like madidisappoint ko yung mga Pilipino kapag natalo ako But then again, I didn't realize na the fact that I was representing the Philippines was already a win.
Correct. So small achievements.
I was blinded before. Kaya when I started coaching and then I started reading that book because of my sister, then I started celebrating all the small things. I started loving all different kinds of speeds. Alam mo yun? Kahit mabagal ka, kaya mabilis ka.
Correct.
Kasi sometimes they're so intimidated na yung iba ayaw mag-enroll kapag hindi pa magaling. Yun na nga yung gusto ko eh. Gusto kong makakita ng improvement. I wanted to see growth in my own eyes.
Yeah.
So sabi ko sa kanila, that you'll never gonna disappoint me. Trust me. Kahit matalo ka dyan, the fact na nandun ka sa start line, you
Exactly.
finish that race, kahit ikaw ang huli, sasalubungin at sasalubungin
Totoo.
kita.
So, small achievements will mean a lot. Small achievements, you
Yes.
have to be thankful, di ba?
Oo.
Kasi
Oo,
iba pa rin
yun
yun
talaga.
Bawat step mo lang dyan, na nakaya mo mag-step dyan, it's already an achievement. Yung pa kayang mag-represent ka, na be there, na hindi naman all people can do that, diba? So, yun yung magandang motivation for them eh. Oo.
At saka sometimes we overlook things eh. Na
Yes.
minsan hindi natin napapansin. Yung mga 1%, those are the things that matters eh. Imagine in
Correct.
training. We don't realize how important is recovery. We don't realize how important is nutrition. We don't realize those things, alam mo yun, yung mga, kahit sa goggles lang, we don't realize that anti-fog are very important. Diba? Ang gagawin lang natin, we're looking at, kapag yung goggles mo nagpa-fog na, parang, hindi na natin alam yung gagawin natin. It's either, bibili na tayo ng bago. Hindi natin na-realize, the anti-fog solutions are there for a reason.
Correct.
Yung mga ganong bagay, na parang instead of, we don't find, hindi natin napapansin yun. Kasi nga, we're so distracted by being 100% all the time. Hindi natin nakakalimutan natin yung process. Minsan nandun na tayo sa goals, but we forgot the process of going there para ma-achieve yung goals natin.
Correct. Alam mo, ang very inspiring, nakakatuwa na makipagkwentuhan sa'yo, Coach Claire. Dahil ang dami-dami naming, alam mo yung nakaka-inspire na motivate talaga kami. Ito muna, syempre during the time that you're competing, meron bang ikaw rituals? Before the competing, meron ka bang ritual or kinakain or certain thing na sinusuot mo?
I zone out. I don't think of anything. Siguro, one thing I learned from being an athlete is you can't be just physically strong all the time, but you also have to be mentally strong.
Of course.
Hindi pwedeng,
Isa lang.
Physically strong ka, pero mindset mo, ang dami mong fears, ang dami mong takot.
Yes.
Minsan doon tayo natatalo eh. So I make sure I'm not just 100% physically strong, but I'm also 100% mentally strong. And then, I also talk to my swim gears. I talk to the ocean. I talk to my bike. I
Para
talk to
maging
my running
sila,
shoes.
maging good sila
parang-
sa'yo, di ba?
I keep on manifesting. Parang
Yes,
nakakatawa man siyang isipin. I really manifest na parang ocean be good to me. The water is my friend. You know, those things like that. And then, when I'm in the starting line, I just tell myself, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Yes, that's a good
Diba?
mindset
I'm
eh.
here.
Dapat
I'm
talaga
ready.
ganun.
I'm ready. Yun lang. Those are the things that and then after that, I zone out.
That's
The
a
next thing I know, tatawid na ako ng finish line.
Nice. Yun ang magandang mindsetting, di ba? Miss Claire, para sa'yo, ano ang buhay mo ngayon kung wala ka sa industry ng triathlon and swimming? Pero, you'll answer that. We'll just pause for another break. Magbabalik po ang Sports Minded. Ang dami-dami nating natututunan. Ang dami-dami nating talaga namang kahit ako and talagang sobrang motivated ako dun sa mga sinabi sa atin ni Coach Claire, 'di ba? Kasi pag ikaw talaga yung alam mo yun, yung napapaghinaan ka ng loob, wala kang proper mind setting, yung hindi pa rin. Physically fit ka, but your mental, hindi ka ready, wala rin. Hindi rin sila drive. Hindi rin magiging 100% yung ano mo, yung body mo na humarap sa mga pagsubok na yan. Of course, sa anumang klase ng sports yan. And before we pause for a break, syempre, swimmer, triathlete, kung hindi ka nandito sa sports na to, ano ka ngayon, Coach Claire?
Alam mo, hindi ko na maisip kasi sa sobrang aga ko nag-start mag-swim. Pero I dreamed of becoming a volleyball player.
Ang dami mong sport.
Kasi makakatuwa kasi yung volleyball eh. Siyempre,
Yeah.
puro sexy, ganyan. Tapos parang grabe ang support.
Yes.
So, parang gusto ko mag-volleyball. Pero wala na. Alam mo, hindi ko na maisip kung anong buhay ko if I wasn't an athlete. Siguro, I'd be studying hard like my sister. Not that I don't study hard, but it's just that sobrang mahal ko ang tubig. To the point na kahit recess namin, nasa swimming pool ako. Ganon.
Oo. May ganun ba talaga? Na meron ba parang dun ba yun? Mapupunta ka na, balang araw magiging swimmer to, hilig sa tubig eh. May ganun bang may mga ganun ba na parang paniniwalan, ito batang to sobrang, kahit na simpleng katuwan-tuwa sa tubig eh. Ganun ka ba nun, Miss, Coach Claire? Na konting makita mo lang to, parang ang saya-saya mo. Kung na tumira ka na
Alam mo,
sa
sabi ko
dagat.
nga, ang mga favorite kong gawin kahit sa bahay, anything that has to do with water. Gusto kong maglaba, gusto kong naghuhugas ng pinggan. Kasi gusto ko ng water. Anything with water. Feeling ko friends kami talaga ng water.
Oh, baka
I love
kinakausap
seeing.
ka.
Oo, lahat ng uri ng anyong dagat sa gusto ko nakikita yan.
Ikaw ang Diyosa ng dagat.
Oo, sabi ko nga, pandemic lang ata ako nawalan ng chlorine sa katawan.
Oh.
Ngayon, dito rin pala ako dadalhin ng aking
Yes.
trabaho sa
Ganun pa
chlorine
rin.
talaga.
Oh, talagang, pero ang dami mong pinasok ha. You're really a sports-minded. Oo. Eto, Coach Claire. Ako, ang dami ko pa sanang gustong itanong eh. Kaya lang, sabi ng mga listener, eto na kami naman. Kaya, eto na. Let's get ready sa ating Slam Book.
Slam Book. Slam Book.
Sabi ni Paul Rosa, mas prefer niyo po bang magsuot ng goggles or hindi?
Goggles. Ang sakit sa mata ng wala.
Mahapdi.
Mahapdi.
Oo.
Mahapdi talaga siya.
Oo. Pwede rin ba masira yung eyes kung halimbawa talaga na hindi ka nag-goggles? Or kailangan din ba, coach pala, yun, kapag ikaw ay swimmer, paano kapag malabo mata mo and you wear contacts? Totally wala, dapat. You have to remove it.
Nakakontak ako na nagka-triathlon na ako. Isa pa yun. That's one of the struggles actually, yung mata ko. Kasi I have high grade.
Mhm.
So, kapag napasukan ng tubig, talagang kailangan mo mag-stop.
Yes.
Meron akong time. During that time, I was in an international competition sa Super League. Sobrang aggressive na mga babae kasi I was racing with a lot of Olympian girls already. Ay talagang nasipa ang girl. So, kailangan ganun ka. Tanggal goggles, tapos talagang balik ka kaagad kundi matatanggal yung contacts mo. Hindi ko naman pwedeng isang alang-alang yung contacts kasi wala talaga ako makikita.
Wala makikita. So, okay lang pala yun. Okay lang na gumamit ng contacts.
Okay lang naman. Kasi yun yung mga
Yung
time
risk,
na mga sasayang.
Oh.
Yun lang yung kapalit.
Sabi ni Tom of Marikina, have you ever been pushed to your limits during training or do you apply this in your coaching?
Ay, grabe. Kahit joint training nun. Sabi ko nga, nito lang, I started, hindi naman, medyo matagal na rin. But when I started coaching, I was talking to my dad and I said, thank you talaga. Thank you and sorry. Kasi, hindi mo rin, ngayon, nararamdaman ko na yung mga nararamdaman niya siguro before. Kasi before talaga, sabi ko, I wasn't agree. Hindi naman ako sobrang perfect. I used to get mad. I curse him. Talagang, alam mo yun, talagang magagalit talaga ako sa dad ko.
Pero,
but then, ang one thing I really admire about him is his patience. Na kahit talagang sabihin ko na, isusumbong kita sa mami ko. Hindi rin talaga kami aalis doon sa pool. So I had no choice but to push my limits. Talagang sabi ko, walang gagana sa dad ko talaga.
And now, kaya nga tama, you thank him dahil tingnan mo naman kung nasan ka na ngayon, di ba?
Mangilid-ngilid pa ang luha ko na nagte-thank you ako. Sabi ko, thank you talaga. Thank you and I'm really sorry. Doon sa mga araw na talagang galit ako sa'yo. Susumbong kita sa nanay ko.
Sometimes may reason talaga no? There's a reason for everything kung bakit yan talaga yung pinupush sa'yo dahil someday makikilala ka and will be part of the history na Coach Claire, di ba? Si Kiki Van says, dumating na po ba sa point na nakaranas kayo na makramp habang lumalangoy? Nag-cramp ka during the competition?
Oo.
How was
Cramp,
it?
side stitch, kung ano-ano nang nararamdaman mo, hindi mo na alam. May kabag ka na.
So,
Lahat
paano?
na naramdaman mo na talaga. Pero, yun nga, kumbaga i-weigh mo lang naman yung things, yung mga nararamdaman mo. It's either ibe-baby ko ba tong cramps ko o lalaban ako para sa bayan, para sa sarili ko, para sa goals ko. Alam mo yon. So those are the things na kailangan mong i-weigh kapag atleta ka. Saka parang I've already accepted it before pa lang when I was a swimmer pa lang na marami kang dadanasin na paghihirap. Pero, all worth it. Kasi, I had this one competition. I got a silver place.
Okay.
I would never forget that. And then I started crying. Because I called my dad. I was in Dumaguete ata ito. Sabi ko sa kanya, Dad, ayoko nang matalo. Yun ang exact word na sabi ko, ayoko nang matalo, sabi ko. Tapos, siya lang sinabi niya sa akin, umuwi ka dito, magte-training tayo. Yun na. So, I followed that process lang. I trusted him. Tapos, yan na.
Tuloy-tuloy na.
Nagbunga naman lahat. Yun ang hindi ko makalimutan. So parang, it has to come from you always eh.
Yes.
The mindset should come from you always.
Correct.
Hindi yan madidiktahan ng kahit na sino. Ikaw magdidikta sa sarili mo. Na parang kahit anong push ng dad ko sa akin before, if I don't want to
Correct.
push myself,
Exactly.
hindi naman ako siguro aabot sa ganito. Yun yung mga natututunan ko talaga na, even with my students right now, I've learned to, kaya ako rin sila tinatanong with their goals and their visions and their missions. Kasi nga, I want to align my vision to them. Kasi not everyone will want to be a SEA Games gold medalist. Not everyone would want to be an Olympian. Diba? Some just wanted to improve themselves. Some enrolled because of their lifestyle.
Correct.
Some enrolled for this reason.
Iba-ibang
for that
rason.
reason.
Yeah.
Oo. And you have to respect that. You can't dictate your vision to them kung hindi nila gusto yung vision mo.
Exactly. Going back dun sa competition, you've mentioned na experience mo nag-cramps. Pwede ba yun? Tuloy ang competition kapag nagka-cramps ka? Pwede pa rin ituloy?
Pwede.
Yeah.
Pwede naman. As long as hindi ka naman nagpapatulong sa iba, tuloy pa rin siya. Bawal ka lang tulungan ng outsider when
Basta
you're
ikaw lang
having
bahala
cramp.
na.
Oo. Not unless ikaw na talaga magsabi na, okay, I give up.
I see. Si Mami Bing ng Tarlac, coach, sabi niya, totoo ba na the more you move or panic in swimming, the more na pwede ka malunod?
Yes. Kasi,
So that kalma lang.
yung mindset mo pa lang na parang nagpapanik ka na, nagkukos na siya ng drag sa ano mo eh. Bukod sa nawawala ka na dun sa normal sanity mo kasi nga nagpapanik ka. Nagkakaroon ng drag when pag hinahampas mo yung tubig kasi nga nagpapanik ka na. But then nakakalimutan na rin nating mag-breathe. So pag nakakalimutan mo na yung proper breathing dahil nga nagpapanik ka na, ang tendency nagkakaroon ka ng less na yung oxygen na nai-intake mo kaya ka lumulubog.
Oh.
Hindi ka na makafocus. So, yun yung mga usual ano.
So, dapat kalma lang. Pero kasi syempre kung ikaw, hindi ka
Kalma lang.
marunong lumangoy.
Oo, kahit mahirap sabihin, pero kailangan kumalma ka.
Hindi ako marunong lumangoy. Hindi ka talaga magpapanik ka talaga eh kapag ganun eh. 'Di ba? Tapos wala na.
Oo nga. Pero hindi, kaya yan.
Kaya.
Kasamahan kita.
Ayun. Sige, kailangan magpaturo kasi ako, ang sabi ko, yung marunong lumangoy yung husband ko and then yung dalawang kids namin, sabi niya, halos marunong. Sabi ko, okay na ako hindi marunong lumangoy, meron na akong taga-sagip. So it's very important na matuto ka rin pala talaga pa rin, no? Oo. Jerry Bansil, sabi niya, sa tatlo po, alin yung pinaka nakakapagod at nakakangalay? Coach, ano bang mas nakakangalay dun sa tatlo?
Ako talaga yan, kasi yan talagang ayaw ko. Pero, feeling ko, most of the age groupers or most of the triathletes will say swimming. Kasi ang dami ko nakikita na hindi, doon nga, ang struggle talaga is swimming. And mostly, most of my students right now, yun ang weakness talaga, swimming. Kaya sila nagpapacoach.
Si Kenneth Herrera, mas nag-e-enjoy po ba kayo maging coach kesa maging athlete? Saan ka mas nag-enjoy?
Ano ba? Ang hirap naman sagutin yan. Pero lagi ko naman din sinasabi na this is one of my happiest era, yung coaching. Kasi, siguro, when I was an athlete before, it takes a lot of it takes a lot of sacrifice talaga. Parang huge sacrifices have been made when I was an athlete. Kumbaga, ang tagal kong nahiwalay sa parents ko. I love being with my family. So, sobrang struggle yan for me.
Okay.
And then, you get to experience all the politics of sports na hindi naman nawawala.
Pati pala sa sports may ganyan din.
Oo, sobrang namang dami. Pero syempre, somehow nag-i-improve naman din as years goes by. And we will always wish nothing but the best for Philippine sports. Pero yun nga, I've experienced politics when I was an athlete. So hindi siya it wasn't a good memory that much, pero it really made me who I am right now. So, pero kung ano mas na-enjoy ko, I enjoy coaching.
Yun. Si Arman Lohica, eto makikimarites po eh. Support po ba si Javi sa inyo? Kamusta yung support ni Javi?
Support naman siya. Sobrang supported naman ako niyan. Sobrang supportive niya na inaral niya na rin kung paano mag-triathlon. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, kasi he's coaching also the strength and conditioning of our students and running of our students. Sabi ko sa kanya, iba pa rin yung feeling when you get to do the sport.
Correct.
Parang you'll be more passionate about it. You'll know the feeling of it. Iba kasi yung hindi mo alam kung anong feeling eh. Yung hindi mo alam kung anong feeling ng swim bike run. Hindi yung iba pa rin yung alam mo lang. Alam mo ang swimming, alam mo ang biking, alam mo ang running, but then you don't know how it feels when you finish a triathlon race. Kaya I'm happy that
Andyan
he
siya.
raced last year. Pumasok na siya ng multisport. Started racing in duaman, started doing duathlons. Tapos for this year, mag-join siya ng triathlon. Kasi nga, sabi ko sa kanya, it pays to know the sport. Iba pa rin na alam mo kung ano yung tinuturo mo, alam mo kung anong nararamdaman namin sa araw-araw. So very supportive siya.
That's good.
So with that also, I started to learn how to play volleyball kasi nga he's a volleyball player. Para naman win-win kami sa isa't isa.
Ang saya siguro
I wanted
nung
to
ganun,
feel
no?
what he's feeling as well.
Yes. Oo. Ang saya siguro nun, no? Parehas kayong athlete, tas parehas kayo ng gusto nyo. Nagkakasundo kayo every time yung mga free time nyo together, di ba? Yun ang pang-healthy
Oo.
lifestyle talaga ang peg nyo mag-asawa. Si Sheila Tenor, ano po yung dry land?
Dryland, those are strength and conditioning exercises. Usually yun yung mga exercises na ginagawa mo out of the water or out of a certain discipline that will help your muscles pa din or magising yung mga muscles mo for that certain discipline. So kunwari meron kang mga dryland exercises for swimming, yun mga nakakatulong din. Yun isa din yun sa mga na-overlook natin ng mga athletes na minsan nakala natin pag nag-swimming ka, nag-bike ka, nag-run ka, okay na.
Okay
Minsan
na.
nakakalimutan natin na yung mga dryland exercises, sobrang importante din yan kasi may mga bagay na hindi natututunan ng muscle natin kapag, for example, nasa tubig ka. Minsan mas madali naaalala ng muscle natin yung certain way of doing the form sa labas ng tubig. Yun din. Yung mga bagay na
Grabe.
kailangan mong sabihin sa mga athletes mo kasi yun nga, sabi ko nga wala namang imposible, parang everyone can be an elite athlete, everyone can be a SEA Games medalist. I think yung differences lang is yung mindset at saka yung exposure na nakukuha ng atleta. Minsan kasi kapag ang exposure mo or yung pinabibilangan mong circle, ang gusto lang is to finish, minsan yun na lang din ang nagiging mindset mo. But then if you get to kung makahanap ka or makasama ka sa mga tao with a different perspective, different mindset, and then you get to change your mindset as well. Kasi lahat naman ng tao nagdaan din saan, di ba?
Correct.
Nagdaan sa learn to swim, nagdaan sa
oo.
pagiging age grouper, like kami, dumaan din kami dyan. So, sabi ko nga, lahat, kaya naman, very, very doable. Kung what matters lang kung gaano ka 100% committed dun sa
Yes,
ginagawa mo.
exactly. Ang dami pa namin gusto itanong. Ang dami pa gusto itanong ng mga listeners natin, Coach eh. But we're running out of time. Siguro dapat may part 2 tayo dito kasi ang dami pa namin kailangan matutunan from you. Siyempre, ang galing-galing nung, siyempre, mga techniques din sa swimming and of course sa triathlon. Pero wala, kulang yung oras natin. We'll set another interview with Coach. But this time, Coach, eto na muna. Ano na tayo? Let's get ready sa ating fast break.
Fast break. Fast break. Fast break.
Mabilisan lang tayo, Coach. Eto, first question. Ocean or pool?
Ocean.
Swimming or cycling?
Swimming.
Paboritong silog, tapsilog, pork silog?
Tapsilog.
Kape o gatas?
Kape.
Snorkeling or diving?
Sige, diving.
Complete the sentence. Ilalaban ko para sa aking
Sarili.
breakfast or lunch?
Breakfast.
More time or more money?
More time.
Laban o bawi?
Laban.
What is your lucky number?
13.
Sipag o tiyaga?
Sipag.
Carbon or alloy?
Carbon.
City life or province life?
City life.
Ano palagi mo advice sa mga atleta?
Malayo pa, pero malayo na.
Pagalingan o palakasan?
Pagalingan.
Describe triathlon in one word.
Fun.
Thank you so much, Coach Claire.
You're
Oo, really had fun talking to you. Sobra-sobrang dami naming natutunan. Maraming salamat sa'yo. Pero bago ka namin pakawalan, of course, ang daming mga kabataan out there who aspire to be like you. How to be you daw po? Coach Claire, go ahead. Your message.
My message, ayun na, do not stop dreaming because we are all capable of doing something great. And of course, we think, before I thank everyone, before I thank you guys, I wanted to thank the Lord because this is all, it comes from Him, all the provisions, all the blessings, all the guidance and the wisdom comes from Him. So I wanted to thank Him. And I wanted to thank all the people who are praying for me or supporting me. I wanted to thank my coaches. I wanted to thank my students as well. Kasi kundi dahil sa kanila, I wouldn't grow as a coach and as an athlete as well. I wanted to thank all the people who supported me in my journey and who will continue to support me in my journey as a coach, as an athlete, as a wife, as a dog mom, as everything. My family for being there for me all the time, for praying for me. And of course, yun na, yung sa mga future athletes natin, do not stop dreaming. Talagang kakayanin. And thank you guys for having me. Such an humbling experience to have something like this again. Ang tagal na nung mga recent interviews ko.
Yeah.
Tapos ang sarap pakinggan na ma-remind dun sa mga nagawa ko nung naririnig ko yon during the first yung kanina ang kakasimula ng show. So it's very ang saya, sarap sa pakiramdam na marinig yun kasi yung mga humbling experience for you, papahay ka talaga sa saya.
And we're also thankful, very, very thankful sa time na in-spend mo sa amin. Ayan. At syempre sa mga isinare mo at ibinigay na karangalan para sa ating bansa. Coach Claire, your advice naman para doon sa mga parents na medyo may fear para sa kanilang mga anak to go into that kind of sports.
I think just find a coach that will trust that will align with your vision and your mission with your kids. Mm-hmm. And do not be scared of exposing them to sport kasi ibang character development na nabibigay ng sport sa ating mga
Correct.
Sa ating mga anak. Parang ibang klaseng discipline, ibang klaseng respect, ibang klaseng passion ang nabibigay ng sport. So I really encourage the parents na i-enroll yung mga anak natin sa kahit anong sport. Lahat naman ng sport, meron talagang lesson na binibigay yan sa atin eh. Tsaka yun na, character development.
Again, maraming salamat sa iyo. Of course, maraming salamat muna Finn Cotton sa ating pong sponsor. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mga kabahagi kawan, our professional Filipina triathlete and swimmer, Maria Claire Adorna Castel. Thank you so much, Coach, sa pagsama sa amin dito sa Sports Minded. Siyempre, mga kabahagi kawan, until next Saturday, always remember, as Team Notke says, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Good day, everyone.